Keep a flat left wrist at impact. So here we are in the swing studio at Peel's Golf Club, and this video is going to highlight 3 or 4 drills for you to take away in order to get this flat lead wrist at impact. Okay, so what I always try and advocate is to hit the golf ball with a square club face, the lead wrist has to be in a flat position. Okay, so how do we do that? There's a lot of necessary risks involved with trying to keep this left wrist flat impact. Okay, so what I'm going to do today is try and get you into focusing on the opposite hand, so thinking about the right hand and how that's going to focus our attention on keeping the flat left wrist from keeping the right hand in the correct position. Okay, so what I mean by that is if I come into the impact position, okay, if my left wrist is flat impact, what happens is my right wrist is slightly bent. Okay, so I come into this position. If I was to get into that position, the flat left wrist, my right wrist is slightly bent. So if I was to keep my left hand there, in order for me to get my right hand on the club, I have to bend my hand to apply pressure to the golf club. Okay, so I have to bend my hand to keep this left. See that little movement there? So I apply pressure with this forefinger on the right hand pressure point, and on the palm of the hand, so this part of the hand, I apply pressure, which automatically pushes the left hand ahead and gets into position. So we're going to get your flat left wrist at impact. Okay, so what we're going to do is take a pen and take an elastic band. What we're going to try and do here is put an elastic band on your wrist, on your left wrist or your lead wrist. And what the idea here is, if we put the pen on the front of your wrist, okay, not the back of it, on the front of your wrist, so this pen is almost in contact. So let's move back slightly. So see in this position, so elastic band, and then we've got the pen. Okay, so the idea here is, if I was to scoop, so let's say if we struggle to keep a flat left wrist at impact, let's put the pen up the middle part of the forearm. If I was to scoop, okay, that pen is going to jag into my left wrist, and I'm going to see a massive gap appearing where this left wrist gets slightly cupped or extended. Okay, so the idea here is to try and keep the pen on the left wrist all times. Okay, so we're not seeing a gap. See how if I cup that left wrist, then I see a gap between obviously the elastic band and the wrist starts to bend. Okay, so we're more in this position where this pen has to stay in good contact, good in a straight position. Okay, we want to hit the golf ball like that. So that's drill number 1. We don't want to flex, we want to flex the lead wrist to keep the pen on. We don't want to cup it where we create a big gap in this lead wrist. So we're keeping this pen on the left wrist. If we bend it, then that's where we're going to jag ourselves in the hand. Okay. Number 2, what you have to do is you have to put the pen and attach it to the back of the club head. Okay, so the idea here is, the idea is to try and keep the lead of the pen, so see the orange part of the pen, the idea is to try and keep that in the same line as the club head all the times. Okay, so try and feel like the angle between the left wrist and the back of the club head is in good relationship. So we're almost in this action. Okay, so in the golf ball with a flat left wrist, if the flat left wrist stays in position, this right wrist stays bent. Okay, so we're more in this action. So the wrists do 2 different things. Okay, the left wrist, if that's in a flat position or board slightly position, this right wrist in a flat position. Okay, but if this left wrist is flat, then what happens to the right wrist? For me to apply my hand on the golf club, I have to bend my right wrist slightly. Okay, so in order for me to keep the flat left wrist, I have to apply pressure on the left thumb. So think about applying pressure to the left thumb, which is going to keep this left wrist in position. So we're applying pressure, and also pen level with the club head, meaning that my hands will have to remain ahead for the pen to stay in position. So the pen stays in position. If my left wrist was to remain in a flat position, what happens is the pen is always behind the club head. If I was to flip, then what happens is that club face gets in an open position. So the idea is to try and keep the pen and the club face in the same position. So I'm coming to this position, when I'm coming in, see how the pen, you can still visibly see the yellow pen lid. Okay, if I was to flip, then I get this lead wrist in a extended position where it's cupped, then the pen is not going to be in sight. So coming to this position, coming back in, lead wrist is in a flat position. Put the cane up the shaft of the golf club, put it up your left forearm as if you were pitching. Okay, so if I was to pitch with this shot and I was to keep the left wrist in a flat position, the club head and the butt end, so basically the cane and the butt end should move forward. Okay, if I was to get into a position where if I was to scoop, then I'm going to jag this cane into my body. Okay, so we need to get the hands ahead to try and avoid the cane from hitting our body. We don't want to cut this lead wrist where it's going to hit us. Okay, so think about, for the hands move forward, we have to keep a flat left wrist. So the hands move forward, the cane moves forward, and we avoid causing ourselves an injury. So get into this position, cane moves forward, but remember the right wrist stays flexed. Then if we apply pressure to the right wrist onto the golf club, then that gets the left hand forward. So think of this action. Then the back of the lead wrist is point towards target. Another thing to focus on is take the lid off the pen, draw a yellow dot on the back of your left hand, okay? So draw a dot on a yellow dot on the back of your left hand, so it's visible there. So the idea is to try and keep that, pretend that's a logo, so the idea is to try and keep that going towards target at all times, okay? By doing that, we have to guide the club forward by applying pressure on the right hand to obviously the grip. So think about we get into this action where we're not scooping, we're allowing the butt end to move forward. Let's try and feel like, remember how we talked about that pen getting up the left wrist, and we have to keep that pen obviously in fixed in that position using an elastic band. Drill number 2 is try and keep the marker pen and the club head going in the same angle. If we get in where we cut the lead wrist or we bow it too much, then that's where the pen is going to get positioned. So think about keeping it straight forward. And then this yellow dot has to remain going towards target at all times, and think about the cane going forward all times. So if we flip, okay, so if we get this lead wrist cupped where it points to the sky, then that's where the cane is going to drag into your side. So think about, we keep this action going forward. So think about the cane has to move forward at all times. So let's have a couple shots here. So cane has to move forward, and then we have to keep the club nice and low to the ground. So think about, so if I was to flip where I was to get into this action, then I'm going to hit myself, okay? So think, and then I'm going to have a massive bruise in the one, okay? So guys, think about the positions, 4 drills that will help you keep the lead wrist at flat impact. So obviously what we talked about was getting the pen up the elastic bands, trying to keep that in a fixed position. So if we move the left wrist first, then that's where we create poor angles at impact. Then obviously, if we apply pressure with the right hand, so if we bend the right hand, then the left hand stays in a flat position. So we place the right hand on the club, or you can do this vice versa, then put the left hand on the club, but make sure you bend the right hand. Left hand should stay flat, or you can do it the other way. It just depends what works for you. Obviously, draw a yellow dot on the back of your left wrist. Try and keep that going towards target at all times. And obviously the cane drill, so you put the cane up the golf club, and then the idea here is trying to maintain a flat left wrist, then the club has to move away from your body, which is going to keep the cane away from your body and not jagging it, okay? So if you've got any thoughts on that video, make sure you post your comments below, and any other thoughts on any other topics you want me to discuss, comment below and I'll get back to you as soon as possible, and subscribe to the channel at Jamie Allen Golf. Thanks for listening.